This is a Marigold binding machine. Very easy to use, and all I had to do was attach the handle when it came in. And it doesn't come with paper instructions, but down on the bottom right here you can see that it has a little quick display, and it's good because I'm the type of person that actually throws away instructions after I use them the first time, and then later on I won't remember how to use something. So it's really good for that purpose. What you do with this is you make those little books that have these little whirly plastic ends on it. Well, you use a binding machine to do it. And the machine does come with a box of these. It's the very thin ones. In fact, these are the 1/4 inch size, and you get 100 per box, at least for this particular brand. And then what you're going to do is when you're ready to, you have what you want to put together in a booklet, you go ahead and get your papers together. So I have some of my daughter's schoolwork that I'm going to go ahead and get ready. So I have these papers here. Not a lot, enough that should probably fit for this thin binding tab. And it's really easy to do. The first thing you're going to do, you can only do a couple sheets at a time because this is it's very thin, so you're not going to be able to do very many. So go ahead and you just put a couple in at a time. Make sure it's all the way to the back. This is important because as you're doing it, you want to make sure the holes punch evenly throughout everything. Otherwise, your booklet's going to be really crooked and sloppy. So rule of thumb for me is go ahead and push all the way to the back and make sure the bottom's touching right here. So all the way touching to this little black piece right here. Make sure right here, which can actually slide to adjust it for your needs. And of course, make sure all the way to the back. And then you use the handle, which is right here, and you'll pull forward. It's a very smooth, easy action to do. And you can see all the little holes going down. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch the holes through the papers that I'm going to bind real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and actually put them together. So like I said, you know, it's really important to make sure you push it all the way in evenly, because otherwise you're going to get crooked. Sometimes you don't even get a full hole because of doing so crookedly. So it's very important. Make sure your papers are stacked evenly, everything that you need, because I've done that on older binding machines myself, and it's not fun to have to deal with that, especially if you only have one copy. So now that all my holes are punched, I'm going to go ahead and get my stack together. And I'm going to take my little ring right here, and I'm going to put it where, if you notice, these open up like this. Make sure you have it where you have to pull down to open, and you're going to slip it right in here. Now the same handle you use to punch the holes is the one you're going to use to open this, and except instead of pulling down, you're going to push back. Just kind of be careful, otherwise you're going to pop it out of place. So I'm going to put it down and then just put it in upside down so I won't be able to put my papers in. Put it up the right way, and just do it gently and enough so that way you can actually get, let me see if I can get a good angle just to show you. Not really, it's not showing up very well, but I just have it curved up just a little bit so that way I can get the paper and it holds the paper without coming out of place. So then I'll go ahead and I'll take my papers, just again the same concept, little by little, and I'm gonna put them on so they catch the little latch. And you just do that with all your papers. Obviously these are smaller rings, so they can only hold a small amount, but they make rings in thicker sizes, so depending on your needs and how much you're trying to put together into a booklet, you know, will depend on how big you need your ring. I suggest putting these in a little bit at a time, just to make sure you catch every hole. And you know, so probably like the best I can give is that the same bunch that you punch the holes, that same group, put it in that same order, because as you can see, I'm starting to have a little trouble here, because even though the holes are even, these are small rings, and oh cool, so they go on easily. It's just a little tricky because I'm trying to make more fit than what really should. So I'm trying to get a little bit. And one more page. Alright, so now that I got all my pages in order, I'm going to just pull forward, which releases these grooves from out of its place. And I now have my book, which is bound. And I can just easily flip through and use it like that. And, you know, of course they're reusable. So when my daughter's done with this booklet for the day, I can make all her school booklets like this. And when she's done, and I have her turn it in, I can always just take this off and reuse it. So, great product, easy to use. You have a tray down here that catches all the trash, so you can easily pull that out. As you can see right here, pull it out and dump it when you're ready. So, well built, quality made. Pretty impressive, and I'm really actually pretty happy with it. So, go ahead and look for the link in the description. And you can go ahead and buy one or check one out for yourself.